guys, and welcome back to Art with Sienna and Olivia. It's Sienna here, and today we're diving deep into the ocean to draw this adorable sea turtle in Procreate. I'll be walking you through step by step, so don't worry, I've got you covered. So grab your Apple Pencil, open up the Procreate app, and let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is, of course, make a new canvas. So you can just go to this little plus icon here and just say screen size. And we have our iPad in our landscape position. So the first thing we're going to do is make the background, and we're going to do that by using a gradient. So we're going to choose these nice 4 colors here in my color palette, and you can get it in the description below. So let's first choose this first color in the first row. And for our brush, I want to use the script under calligraphy. And our opacity is at 100%, and our size is at the maximum 100%. So we can zoom out a bit. And let's go over this top part up here. And maybe go about a little bit below halfway. About right here. And then we can choose these next 3 colors and kind of just put them along this other blue. So we can keep getting these colors. So until it fills up the whole canvas. We don't want any white. And then we'll get this 4th color. Just like this. And then to blur all this, to make it a really nice gradient, we're going to go to this little magic wand right here, go to Gaussian blur, and then slide to the right to get this nice blurred effect. I think let's go for about 43%, 44, 43, and then this looks amazing. Next, I want to add the top part of our ocean. So we're going to have the below water where our turtle is and the top, so we can see both sides. So we're going to do that on another layer, so we can tap the plus for layer 2. And then for our color I want to be using is, we're going to be going to the 2nd row and going to the 5th color right here. And then for our size, we're going to be still using script. Let's go for maybe, I want it not so thick, so maybe 10 or 11%. And then we're going to draw a line from one edge of the canvas to another. Just like this, and we can go up here and say line, and let's move it like this, and then we can come over here and connect it. And now I want to duplicate this line so we have 2 lines that are above each other. So we're going to go here to the left, say duplicate, and then we're going to put this one below it. I think this is a good width. And then let's combine these 2 layers and then fill it in. Perfect, so we got our top layer of our water. And then we'll add all the shadow and light later. Perfect. Now I want to add the below part where our turtle is going to be. So we're going to go to layer 1 and tap the plus so it's underneath this top part. And then grab black. And now what I want you to make sure you do is you draw the line that is going to connect it so we can fill it in our color to be underneath this, so it's gonna be right in the middle. So we're gonna draw a line like this, then tap and hold, and now you see we have a line created, but we're gonna keep it under here so we can't see it. Perfect. And then now we can fill in our color, and for that color we're gonna be using the 4th color in the 2nd row right here. And then let's drag that in, and we have our color. Perfect. So now we got our main kind of base colors for our sea. Now I want to work on our sky, so some clouds and a sun. So let's go back to layer 1, tap the plus, so it's underneath our ocean layers. And then let's grab this 2nd color in the 1st row. So the same color we used for the sky. And then let's make the brush bigger, maybe 59%. And then just make this kind of rounded cloud shape like this. So it just literally has bumps and then is a line. And then the same thing on the other side. Just like this. Super easy cloud shape. Just make it look super bumpy and realistic. I think that looks really good. You can do the same over here. Perfect. Now let's make a sun layer. So we can do that on any layer below or above our clouds. Just put it below. And then for our sun color, I want this 1st color in the 2nd row. Let's make our brush size like 9%, and then make a sun. So we're gonna make a circle and tap and hold, and we can fill it in. Next, since we have our sun on a new layer, the reason why I did this is so I can move it around. So to do that, we can go to this little arrow right here, make sure we're on uniform, and snapping is turned on. So I want to put it right in the center, and the center is when you know you got this yellow line right here. I want to put it pretty up in the sky because I want it to be like maybe like noon, and that's when the sun is high in the sky. So maybe let's go for like right here. I want it to have a good balance with the clouds, so I think this looks really good. Perfect. So now we got our sun, our clouds, and our sky, and our ocean. Next, let's draw our turtle. So we're gonna grab black for the outline, and then I don't want the outline to be pretty thick. So let's just grab maybe 7, 8, or 9%. I'm gonna go for 8. And then we can zoom in, and we're gonna draw a circle. We're gonna start with the head, and draw a circle like this. And then we can kind of shape it. I want this to be like not an adult turtle, but not a baby either, maybe like a teenager. So I don't want it to be too big. So we can make the head maybe like this big, I think looks good. Maybe even bigger. Even bigger. I think this looks good. Because I also want enough room for the eyes. So now, speaking of eyes, let's draw those. So we're going to do the same shape, which is a circle. Let's make the size maybe 3% now. And then let's draw a circle like this. And we can go up here and kind of move it around. And then now we're going to come inside this eye, and we're going to draw the light, the reflection, and its iris. So we're going to draw a little circle right here for the light. And then since I want an eye color for our turtle, we're going to draw a little simple kind of moon shape right here, which is where our color of our sea turtle's eye is going to be. So now in this area, this big kind of moon-shaped area, we can drag in the black like this, and now we have a perfect eye. Now I want to duplicate or copy and paste this eye so we can do it on the other side. So we're going to go to this little S-shaped ribbon right here, go to freehand, make sure add is turned on, and then just select this part of the eye, slide up with 3 fingers, say copy, and then slide up again and say paste. And now we have a perfect exact replica of this eye. Now I want to push it over here and then go to freeform and then push this side of the eye. So it looks like it's looking up ahead. Let's see, let's maybe go about right here. I don't want to move it too much so it looks kind of distorted. Zoom out. This looks amazing. Perfect. So we got our eyes. Now let's do a little nose and a mouth. For the nose, it's just going to be this little line right here. It's like a nostril. And then for the smile, we can tilt our canvas and make a really cute smile with little cheeks at the end, like this. Let's move it so it's more centered. Perfect, this looks very cute. Okay, so we got our turtle's face. Now let's draw its shell. So for its shell, this is gonna be a bit hard, but just follow along. I've got you covered, don't worry. So the basic shape is gonna be like it's a bit tilted and then comes up, and then the shell will connect from the top. So the first thing we're gonna do is make kind of a chain-like bottom part of the shell. It's gonna be like this little rod-like shape that keeps connecting. We're gonna do a few, just like this. Just like this. And now you see it comes up and then down. And let's maybe do some more. And then now I want this to be a bit more tilted so it's more down. So we can go to this little S-shaped ribbon and then come over here and grab this, and then we can move it. So it can tilt it more down, just like this. Perfect. This looks way better, and then now we can connect the shell from the top. Oh, and before I forget, let's merge these layers together, because remember when we copy and pasted the eye, it did a whole new layer. Now let's go over here on like the midsection of the head, and then we're going to connect the shell. Just like this, and just connect it. Really simple. And now we got our basic turtle looking really good. Let's connect it over here. Okay, perfect. Now I want to draw the bottom half of the turtle, like its fins and its little tail. So we're going to start over here. We're going to go a little line, and then we're going to stop. And then now we're going to draw the first fin. So this fin is going to be really easy. So we're first going to start a little above this line. then come down and draw these little bumps just like this for a fin. And then we can draw another one identical to that and then just connect it up there. You can even make this one a bit bigger. Just like that, perfect. Now I want to make this one a bit bigger too. You can go like that. Let's go to the eraser and then erase this part. Perfect, that looks much better. So then we can connect this line, we can kind of see where it will continue, and then we can make a bigger underbelly, and then let's just draw the other fin. So it's going to be a curve, then coming in, and then coming out like that. And then we can kind of continue the body. Let's actually fix this, making it go more up. And then we can just kind of draw a little tail right here. Just like that. Or we can even continue the body like this. And then drawing a little tail. Oops. Just like that. Perfect. And then let's also draw another fin right here. Same thing we did on the other side. And then perfect. Next, let's draw the more detail into the shell up here. We're just going to be drawing these little shapes. The little shapes you can see in like the turtle's shell. Just like this. I want to leave some gaps too, like this. So we can kind of just make that area darker and just give it some more detail. So it's all just making it look natural. Just like this. Perfect. Next, I'm going to draw these little patterns on the fin. So let's just draw like this. These little shapes, similar to the ones on the shell, but smaller and more wavy. Perfect, just like that. And then I want to select that and then put it on this fin too. So let's carefully select this. Make sure you just get this. And tap that blue dot. Swipe up, say copy, swipe up again, and say paste. And then let's move it over here. Make it smaller, tilt it more. And then perfect, we got these perfect patterns on both of our fins. Let's merge those layers. And we've got our turtle looking amazing. So now we can kind of size it now that we've got all the details in. So we can make it bigger, we can kind of tilt it more. I think that looks pretty good, like that. Perfect, so now we got our turtle, let's color it in. So for our color, I want to grab this first color in the third row. You can color that into the head, into the fin, over here, and then that's good. And then let's grab this kind of second color in the third row, and then put it over here on this bottom half. And then let's grab this third color in the third row, and we can use it for these patterns on our fin. Just like that. And you can probably see here we have some like blank spaces here that this color didn't fill in, and how we can fill that in by not ruining everything, we can go to layer 2, tap the plus, tap and hold to get this color, and then we can just color it in just like that. Because when we make a layer underneath, it will do everything underneath. So we can just color this all in all the places that are white or has this blue background. Perfect, and then we can just merge them together. And then now for this shell, I have these two colors right here in the second row. So let's grab the second color in the second row for these shells right here. Just tap in all the places. And then we can go over here to layer 2, tap the plus and make another layer underneath. Grab this dark color and just go over here on this part right here. Make sure you don't come out of the shell or else it'll go out. And perfect, we got our shell. Let's also do the eyes. So we can grab white. Oops. Let's go to layer 7. Say continue filling. Let's grab a nice blue color for our eyes. And perfect, we got our turtle all colored and ready to go. Okay, so now let's move on to the ocean floor and all those designs there. So let's go back to layer 2 and make a new layer underneath that. And then we're gonna get black and draw a line. Let's make it more thin, just like this. I wanna make sure it's below our turtle. So we can go back to layer 7 and move our turtle more up, turn off snapping. Okay, perfect. So now we got our sand. And for our sand color, I want to use this 4th color in the 3rd row. Just drag that in. Perfect. Now let's draw our seashells. These really nice big seashells. So let's tap the plus, grab black. And for our seashells, we're gonna draw like a kind of like a bow shape, or how you imagine maybe like pasta to look like. Or so let me show you. So we're gonna start over here. It's gonna be a point and then coming up and then rounded. So it's gonna be like this. Just like that. Perfect. And then we're just gonna keep duplicating them and then putting them on the sides. We're gonna tilt it like that. Duplicating it. And then putting it on the sides. And then merging them together. And then let's add one more on the sides, just to add an extra one. And then add a little bottom. Just like that. Perfect. And then now we can keep duplicating them. So let's put this one up. And then we can get this one, tilt it over here. And just kind of tilt it like this. It's really fun drawing and then kind of just like making it really nice. And just designing it. You can kind of tilt it at an angle. I think that looks good. And now let's color in these shells. So I have 3 colors right here, yellow, pink, and blue. So let's grab pink first. And then go on to this first shell. And then maybe we can also grab this yellow for right here. Oops. Let's go back to the second layer. Drag it in. Say continue filling. And tap in that area. Let's also turn off this layer and go back to the pink one and then fill in this. And then turn that back on. And then let's grab this blue color. Perfect, so now we got our nice shells over here. We can merge them together. And then let's draw some seaweed. So let's grab black and then make this kind of nice wiggly seaweed shape. Just like this. We can even draw a line in the middle. And draw one with the same shape next to it. And then I have a color right here, 1, 2, 3, 5th color in the 3rd row. Let's fill those in. And then we can move them kind of over here. And then let's duplicate them and then put them on the other side of our canvas. Over here, we can flip them horizontally. And then we can even, let's not merge them yet. We can duplicate this one again. Flip horizontally, put them over here. It's really fun just kind of playing with Procreate, and then we can even duplicate this big layer when we merge them all together. Flip horizontally, and then just add even more seaweed. And we can erase some, like this big one over here, if you don't want this one. Just like that, and now we have so much nice cluttered seaweed that looks really nice and realistic. Maybe we can move it so we see the shells more. Like that. We can even merge it now. Oops. And then move the shells over a bit. More over here and make them bigger so we can see them better. Or we can even move this. I think that looks good. Perfect. And then also let's fix this right here. So we can just grab black and kind of just connect this line, grab that green and just kind of color that in ourselves. Oops, perfect. Okay, now we got our seaweed. Now let's add some rocks in the background. So let's go to this sand layer, tap the plus, grab black, and just make these kind of really simple rock shapes. Like that. You can draw a small one over here. Just like that. And then let's grab this gray right here. That is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 color in the second row. Say continue filling. And just fill those in. Perfect. Now let's draw some nice coral, our last touch for our underground seafloor. And then to do that, we're just gonna draw a little body over here, a little line. And then we're just gonna come up and make this really nice corally, kind of wobbly thing. Just like that. I know it looks really weird, but I think coral looks like that. You can honestly add any touch you want. I want it to be above the seaweed. So now we have it like that. And now here you see we have all these nice colors. So let's grab purple maybe, and then we can drag that in. And we're gonna just keep duplicating them until we have about maybe 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's put one over here, make it smaller, and we can grab this kind of greenish color. Oops. Like that. We can move this one, put it over here, turn that off, grab red, looking good. And then we can also make sure that no purple shows. We can slide to the right. Let's grab this one. And then let's also maybe grab this green. Oops. We can grab this green color and put it in there. Grab one more. And then we can fill it in with this blue. And then we have it. You can also do this one. We have a lot of coral here. I want this one to be behind the seaweed, so we can just put it like that. And then let's do an orange. Perfect. So now we got this nice coral right here, looking really good. And then we can merge these layers, these ones above the seaweed, and let's keep this one over here. Perfect. So now we got all of our base colors and main thing, and now I want to add some shadow and light. So let's start with the sun. We're gonna tap the plus and then tap that little N and then go to multiply. Say clipping mask. And then we're just gonna come in here and make a little big dot right here. We can add some shading around it and then Gaussian blur it. Perfect, so now I got our sun. We can merge those layers. Let's also go to the clouds. And instead of eyedropping the color for the cloud, since it's pure white, we can just grab gray, not that dark, like this. And then kind of just come over here, and then over here, and then Gaussian blur it. Perfect. Next, let's also go here on our ocean. And then let's just draw a little kind of darkness over here, or like the shading, just like that. And then let's add some light. Go to add. You can even draw some little rays right here, like this. So it kind of looks like the light is coming in. Let's draw those rays again. Like that, another one over here. Perfect, and then we can merge that. And then over here, we can make a new layer, go to multiply, say clipping mask, and then go over this bottom half, Gaussian blur it. It's all really simple. Once you do it, tap layer, go to the end, go to either multiply or add, and just go over here and use Gaussian blur. It's crazy how so many simple things can make this painting look just so amazing. And then I want to add a little touch to this above water right here. So we're gonna go over, we're gonna go to the wrench. We're gonna go to canvas. We're gonna go to drawing guide. We're gonna turn it on, say edit drawing guide, and then go to 2D grid. And we're gonna say done. And then we're gonna go to layer 2 and say drawing assist. And then we're gonna grab a nice dark blue color. And then now you can see that we can only draw straight lines. So we're just gonna draw these little kind of ripples in the water. Just like that. If you also want to make it more wavy, you can turn off the grid and just do it yourself. But I kind of want to just do this, and then we can just turn it off, and you can just keep drawing assist on. Okay, perfect. Now let's also add some shadow to the sand. Go to multiply, say drawing assist, not drawing assist actually, oops, say clipping mask, and then turn off drawing assist. And then let's make the brush bigger since this is a lot of sand we have here. And then just go over this bottom half. Gaussian blur it. I think that's a bit too much, but we can always fix that with some light. So we'll make a new layer. Just like that. And then let's just blur that. Perfect. And we can just get out of that. And then now let's merge these layers together, and then let's also add some shadow to these rocks. We can, since these rocks are far away from these shells, we can actually merge that these layers together also with that coral. So just so it's easier, we don't have to keep making new layers. If you want to just save some layer space, oops, we can say clipping mask. And then let's start with some shadow for these rocks. We're not going to add any light to these since I don't think rocks get much light. And there's already some light on the top, so that's good. And then let's add some shadow over here to these shells. Just go over the right side. And then I don't want to blur it, and then let's also add some shadow onto this orange coral here. Oops. Let's go over here, grab that orange, and then you can just keep it like that. Okay, perfect. Now let's also add some light. Keep in mind that we should add some shadow on mostly everything, but then for light, we don't have to add it on everything. It's just kind of the more bigger things. So like these shells, we should add some light. You can merge all that now. Let's also add some shadow on the seaweed. I just want to add some shadow. Oops, I keep clicking drawing assist. Just gonna add like some simple shadow like this. Same over here. Perfect. And then let's also merge that together. And then finally, let's go over here onto the coral. Say clipping mask. And then just coming over here, you can use the same color for the blue and the purple. We don't even have to blur it. Perfect. Perfect, okay. Now I want to add some final touches, so let's add some bubbles. So we're gonna make a new layer. We're gonna grab white, make the brush maybe 10%, and then let's draw a circle like this. And then we're gonna be going to the S-shaped ribbon, and we're gonna be going to automatic, and then saying add. And then we're gonna make sure add is turned on, and then clicking this white circle and the inside right here, and then going to the magic wand, going to Gaussian blur and sliding. And then now we get this nice bubble effect. If you want to know how to do this, you can go to our channel and go to our short where I can show you how to draw a nice bubble. So we can tap out of that S-shaped ribbon too, make a new layer, and then we're just gonna grab some random colors from our seaweed or from our floor. So basically our bubble, of course, is attracting all the color. So we're gonna grab that purple. We can even grab some pink from over here. Let's also grab, of course, some gray. And then we're gonna go to this magic wand and Gaussian blur it like that. And then let's go to this white up here and make a light like this. Just like that. Cute little kind of aesthetic look. And then now we can merge all that together and duplicate them. This duplicate tool is really our best friend for when we want a lot of the same thing. You can merge these like that. You can even erase this one. And then I want to merge that. Put this over here, flip horizontal. You can even erase them to make it look even more natural. Perfect, those bubbles look amazing. I think we can even add, actually no, I think this looks good. Perfect, we have a lot of different things looking amazing. I also want to add some shadow to our turtle before I forget. So multiply, clipping mask, and then we're just going to be adding some simple shadow to the head, to the body, also to the fin, same over here. Let's grab that color and then draw a little shading up here. Perfect, just like that. And then let's merge those layers together. And then one last thing, I want to add some birds flying in the distance, looking so magical and majestic. So we can go for 7% for size. And then just draw a little V shape, but like kind of more out, just like this. Then we can duplicate it and then make this one bigger. So right there, and then move this one further away from the sun. And then merge those two together. I think that looks good. And then also, maybe we can also add some more light over here. I feel like we can do that. So we can go to add, and then say clipping mask. And then just drawing some more rays of light. I feel like we can do that. Gaussian blur it. That looks so much better. It's crazy how much little things can turn the painting around. Like that. That looks pretty good. I love it. And then we can merge those layers together. And then you can choose to merge all of these layers together if you want, or if you want to keep them all separate. So you can come back later and then just fix some things, or you want to duplicate or copy and paste some parts of your drawing. So we can just leave it like this. And that's it. Our sea turtle is officially swimming in style. I hope you had fun following along, and if you enjoyed this tutorial, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments what you love to draw next. See you in the next video, and remember, happy drawing and keep creating!